Good morning, everybody. God really said. We have to make sure God really said and correctly and is originally intended. That's my promise to God. When I was about 15, if I be a preacher, I will find the originally intended meaning and share with the world wherever I go. And by the grace of God, I was granted to have some tools that I can do that. Remember, today our subject is God really said. We will make sure. In our days, it's easy. We call it black ink on white paper. Black ink on white paper. And we have dictionary and a printed Bible. Did God really say in a high-pitched tone? If somebody using this kind of phrase, you want to be very careful, especially girls. Some men try to deceive you, sweet talk, so you better be careful. Always really say this, really say that. Because when you say, did God really say, they can say whatever. Because I have that, did God really say? See? You cover up everything. This is one thing in America, I had a hard time to get used to it. When I talk to Americans, they always give me this, really? Really? Okay? So this means to me, this means they do not believe what I said to them. I said, you don't believe what I said? You really? But we know later, I know later, it does not mean that. It's just a kind of nonsense. So I call it nonsense. You say, really? Okay. But they use it. Maxine, did you use it? Really? Okay. The snake said to Eve, did God really say? Okay. Satan used it. Did God really say? Say what? Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? You see, did God really say you must not eat any tree? Not the tree, okay? Fruit from the tree. Any tree from any fruit from any tree. I will treat this as a lie. Others may say deviated. But a little bit deviate from the scripture. You make millions of souls go to hell. Now we want to get God really said. And I appreciate Titus read that. You are free to eat from any tree in the garden. Remember, in the garden, the midst of the garden, not exactly said in the middle of the garden. Satan changed it into you must not eat. You are free to eat, but Satan said you must not eat. And somehow someone take it. Okay, that's the bad part. They take it. People take it. Remember this, okay? You are free to eat from any tree in the garden. Any tree in the garden, you are free to eat. Now the question is, when God said this to the man, Eve was not created. When God said this, you must not eat from, you can eat any tree, fruit from any tree in the garden. At that time, Eve was not created because this is Genesis 2:18. Eve took some and ate it. Okay, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her there, with her. And he ate it too. Somehow, all the Chinese Bible skip this, who was with her. I don't know why. All the Chinese Bible, I found this phrase not in the Chinese Bible. But I checked, in all the English Bible, they have it. Adam was right there with her when she was tempted. A big question. Eve had a conversation with the snake. The man was with her. Why didn't she do anything? Why didn't he do anything? And Eve has good reason. She was not there when God said the word to Adam. She was not born yet, not created yet. So she has a very good reason to say, I don't know. Adam did not tell me. You can say that. Okay? There's a big question here. The problem is Adam was there with her. And it was before he ate the fruit from the tree of good and evil. The man not know good and evil at the time. Know only God said eat fruit from good and evil. The tree or fruit from the good and evil tree surely die. If you eat all the fruit you can eat, except this good and evil tree, the fruit you cannot eat. If you eat it, you will surely die. He let his wife be tempted and committed sin and fall into sin. It is husband's responsibility. You can say he know better because God had told him. You can eat free to eat any trees, but not the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of the good and evil. Not from that tree. The man was not one. Here is the problem. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 14. It says, the man was not one deceived. It was a woman who was deceived, fall in sin. I was very surprised to find this verse. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 14. Literally, Eve was the one deceived by the snake or Satan, but not the man. But here is the point. Romans chapter 5, 12. Romans chapter 5, 12. From the Genesis all the way to Romans chapter 5, 12. The man was responsible for sin into the world. He was responsible. The man responsible for sin into the world. And death came from sin. The man was responsible. Romans chapter 5 verse 12. And here is the case. The man was very smart, intelligent, and resourceful. The man is a very smart man. You want to be clear about this man. Adam was created. Highly intelligent man. Let his wife, tempted by the snake, become a sinner. And he has no excuse. He is responsible. So to any man who has a wife, you ought to be very careful. When your wife make mistake, you responsible. I think all the wives like that. She can feel free to make mistake because she's not responsible. The husband is responsible. But right here, Adam was responsible. Okay? She became a sinner, fall into sin, because Adam failed his responsibility to stop that. He could have stopped that. God made him sound slip. He took a rib out of him, closed up the wound, and closed up the cut. How can I say the wound? Okay, then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. This is Genesis 2:22. Now, you see how smart and how sweet talks the man know how to say things. The man said, "This is now bone of my bone." How sweet. Okay, have a very sweet talk. This is a man, this is a woman, okay, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of a man. Now, very sweet talks. You bone of my bone, you flesh of my flesh. Beautiful, you see? He's such a man. He cannot say he did not fail. The man said, the woman, you see, he tried to blame the woman. The woman, you put here with me. God, you were the fault. You put her here. I was doing okay, doing fine. You created a woman and put it here with me. He has a very good reason. You see? He's such a man. Know how to say things. And she gave me to eat. And then that's another thing. I just ate it. I just ate it. Okay? She was a fault. You created a woman. And that woman gave the fruit. And I ate it. True? Okay? That woman gave me the fruit and ate it. That woman you created. That woman you brought to me and stay with me. Okay? He knows how to say things. Very smart. Intelligent. No, this is the key. Watch this one. Don't miss this one. No good and evil. He blamed other for his disobedience. The fact of life is he disobeyed. He was told, God told him, you are free to eat any tree, but not this tree. The day you eat it, you will surely die. So whatever he's eating, he should have that at least. You see, he know all these things, and he named all the animals, living creature. He give every creature a name. Resourceful, intelligent. But when come to eat the fruit, and he said, the woman give it to me. You created the woman. And I did not, that was before I ate, okay, this fruit. When God brought the woman to him, he could have said, I do not want her. I do not want this woman. I'm alone, doing just fine. I think he should have enough intelligence to say that, David, right? He got so much intelligence to say all those things. He said enough intelligence to say that. This one, hey, God, I don't want it. Leave me alone. I'm doing just fine all this year. Man, I don't know how many years. Okay. But God said this man alone is not good. And God created a woman for him. But he still say, no, I don't want this woman. Stay away from me. Take her somewhere else. I'm doing fine all this year. Now, here's another quick part here. Blessed is a woman who found a husband worthy of her fear. You know what fear means? Joyce, not afraid. Respect. That's what it means. Love to listen to her, to his instruction. Every woman love to her husband, can take care of everything, so she can live free, mistake or no mistake, because my husband will be responsible. How nice to have a husband like that. Every woman loves that. Okay? Blessed is a woman found a husband worthy of her fear. Follow his step, one after the other. Okay? A woman can find that kind of husband is a great blessing. She does not have to worry anything. She can live free because I have faith in my husband. He can take care of everything. He can make everything just right, just fine for us. So I don't have to worry. If you find this kind of husband, you are very blessed. But if you have this kind of woman in the church, they call believe Jesus. Watch this. Any woman in the church practice this. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 24. Practice this way. If in the church, outside of the church, God is responsible. We don't care. We cannot care. And we cannot do a thing about it. Any woman practice Bible whatever way outside of the church, God will judge them. But when it comes into the church, it's our business to judge. Okay? If that woman say that they believe Jesus and practice Ephesians chapter 5, 24, this way, watch. Don't miss this one. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also husbands should submit to their wives in everything. Hey, David, watch this. Is that from the Bible? Hey, watch this. Everybody watch this. Is that from the Bible? The opposite of the Bible. The opposite of the Bible. This is opposite of the Bible. Watch. If that woman practice Ephesians 5:24 in the church, you watch out. They practice opposite what says in the Bible. It should be now as church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands, but switch the phrase. Husbands should submit to their wife in everything. They're not, all this kind of women are not in the church. If they're in the church, you have to practice 2 John. You have only one chapter, 10 and 11, or 9 to 11. 2 John 9 to 11. Nothing to do, no fellowship, no connection. If you do, you go to hell. You read the scripture. It says, you see, you have people in the church practice the Bible the exact opposite. Apostle John is an apostle of love. And he said, anyone who comes to you, do not teach what says in the Bible. Leave him alone. Do not associate with them. If you do, you will share their wicked work. W-I-C-K-E-D. Wicked work. You share the wicked work. I take it as you go to hell. You want to be very careful. We do have some women claim themselves believe in the church, their practices according to what says in the Bible. Associate with a woman who practice Ephesians 5:24 this way, share her wickedness. Here I said 2 John chapter 1, 9 to 12. Very clear. Anyone who do not teach what's said in the Bible. You can say it does not teach the opposite. You can do that. Hey, Rabbi, they can say it did not say quite the opposite. It just say do not teach this. You can do everything you want to do. They can say like Adam can do this, okay? Hey, what happened? God told you. You see, God can say to Adam, what happened? Did I tell you not to eat the fruit from this tree? The day you eat, you will surely die. Did I tell you that? What did you do then? You ate it anyway. That's what God want to say. You can say, that's what you think. You see? You can say, oh, you want to. But the fact is, he was held, H-E-L-D, responsible. Adam was responsible. Mistake, disobedient to God. What God says is a sin. You know or not know. You cannot run away. You believe or not believe. If you disobey the teaching of God, you believe or not you believe. You in the church, outside the church, you'll go to hell. You know who is the scripture? Romans chapter 1, 31. First item. See? Well, I remember that clear. Romans chapter 1, verse 31. First item. Without understanding is a sin. Nobody has the excuse. You have Romans chapter 1 from verse 18 all the way down. Now, among the Chinese people, this morning I saw a news. Over 500,000 undocumented people came into the United States. Under President Biden's administration, over 500,000, 50幾萬今朝話 500,000 know how to come to America. How can they not know what is bad? God does not want human to do. Recently, we had two young men in the 30s. They had a long plan from China, whatever place in China, how to get to South America and how to walk 20,000 miles to Mexico border and walk through the river and go on shore. When they go on shore, you know what happened? American border people help them come out, process them, and give them a place to stay, give them food, take care of them. They know that. How did they know how to plan all this long trip and walk 20,000 miles? This is no mistake. Okay, Peter, 20,000 miles. They walk to Mexico border and walk through the river. When they come on shore, they have received help on shore by American officials, police, immigrant, or border guard, and then process them and ship many of them to New York, to even Los Angeles, everywhere, okay? Over 500 of them. They know the way to get to America. How can they not know what is good to do, what is bad not to do? Adam know better than that. Say not know is not an excuse. When you do wrong, it is wrong. When you do things against God's instruction, teaching, it's a sin. You know it or you not know it, is still responsible for that sin. Unless her husband is a non-believer or unstable in belief, in like manner, your wife is subjection to your own husband, that even if any obey not the word, they may without the word be gained by the behavior of their wives, beholding your changed behavior with fear. Here you have women, wife, guide their husband, lead their husband into faith. Wife can do that. Not like Eve, make Adam in trouble, create trouble for Adam. Here we have women, they can do that. And here is best part, effective women church worker. We have lots of effective women church worker. Lydia is one big one. Lydia was able to get whole family got baptized and persuaded Paul and mission team to live in her house after she was baptized. She knows the way to persuade all the family members to believe and got baptized. And she was able to persuade Apostle Paul with his team to stay in his house. So we can see she was a very rich lady. But the point today I want to point out is, she was a lady able to do all this. And here is the best part. I always like to hear this one. But a lot more often, I hear the opposite. I have been reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother, Lois, and in your mother, and now it's in you. You see, faith, belief in Jesus can be transferred, inherited. You can transfer, okay, let your children follow your step. Of course, I know lots of people doing that. Okay, and some people succeeded that. Okay, this is a good thing. Ladies, you see, grandma woman, mother woman, and a grandchild, Timothy, a good worker. I am persuaded now the faith lives in you also. Your faith is started in your grandma, in your mother, and now in you. I always feel good to hear this kind of story. But I heard a lot more opposite. My grandpa, my father, they used to go to church every Sunday. But now I don't. I heard lots of this. The Samaritan woman, this is the very powerful one. She was able to get a whole village, she did a whole town, come to listen to Jesus. And her message is just so simple. Hey, listen to me very carefully. Sometimes we went out, travel to Europe anywhere. We visit a church over there, Church of Christ. Okay, of course, the Baptists, they go to Baptist church. Methodist, they go to Methodist church. We Church of Christ, go to Church of Christ. Remember, when you go, you can share. A lot of Church of Christ, they don't know the message I share it here. Especially Titus chapter 3, 10 to 11. Denomination is what? Sinful, self-condemned. Share with them. Tell them. Denomination will go to hell. So we have to reach out to them. Tell them to reach out to them. Because once in a while, I heard some Church of Christ want to join denomination. You see? And their children go into the denomination. They don't know that. They don't know Titus chapter 3, 10 to 11. Denomination will go to hell. So they go to hell with them. So when you go, you tell them what you learned from here. And they may be interested. If they're not interested, you can say, okay. But here, I'm talking about a woman able to do that. She just tell what happened to her. We can just tell what we learned here. Okay? Now, today I give you one new one. Very important. Simple. If Jesus were here, and Jesus, okay? His name is Jesus. He introduced, this is my wife. How do you call Jesus' wife? Wife of Mrs. Jesus? No. Mrs. Christ. Wife of Christ. Not wife of Jesus. You know why? John 8:24. Jesus wants us to believe He is Christ. Jesus said, if you don't believe I'm the Christ, you will die in your sin. Jesus wants us to believe He is Christ. That's why Church of Christ, wife of Christ. Okay? But not many people know this. Okay? So they will say naturally, this is his husband Jesus, a wife, Jesus' wife. But in this case, you have a little bit twist right there. Jesus said, you believe I'm the Christ. If you don't believe I'm the Christ, you go to hell. Okay? So, the church can only be Church of Christ. And here, she just said, a man told me everything happened in my life. There's a message. And everybody come up. Here, and Philip has 4 unmarried daughter preaching. Prophesy means preaching, okay? Daughter preaching. Yes, I ask you, loyal Uyuk Fine Fellow, help these women. I love this one the best. Watch here. Who have contended at my side in the cause of the gospel. I appreciate all the sisters here contending for the gospel with me together. Of course, all this year, my wife is always contending the truth in the Bible with me together. But here is all the sisters in the church do the same, contended for the cause of the gospel. You can do a good job by doing this. But yourself, you have to know the truth first. Okay? We're women church workers. And somehow I love this one first. The most. Women in the church contended at my side in the cause of the gospel. Because women or men were sent doing the work of God. May the Lord bless each one of you. David, come and say closing prayer.